Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in for Friday the 13th. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Luke Otero and Jim Goeken.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello, everybody.
Hey, so Friday the 13th, a scary day for sure. For people like McNew, this is your Super Bowl, right? This is everything comes together.
I like the superstition. I kind of like how freaked out people get when nothing bad's really going to happen. But it has a lot to do with like mythology and spooky stuff, and I like the history of it also.
Okay, so, tell us about Friday the 13th. We'll actually have a learning show here, guys, because I don't know anything about Friday the 13th. Why is it a thing?
Okay, so the number 13 is said to kind of just be unlucky itself, right? Like there are countries that don't even have 13th floors. You'll immediately skip to 12
it's kind of like an older thing with hotels, but you go into some of the older hotels, it's like 12, 14. It's like, wait a minute, there's no 13 here.
So the number itself...
really, the 14th is the 13th.
That's the dirty little secret.
It truly is. It truly is, if you want to think that way. Jim, don't run it.
It's logic.
A lot of it comes from like mythology and like superstition. So in the Christian religion, Judas was the 13th guest at the Last Supper. So obviously you would think that's bad luck.
Okay, Judas. So Judas, he's the one who betrayed, right? He's the betrayer.
Yeah.
He would have been there. He would have had a spot had he not done that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't know that much about that kind of stuff, but
he was there.
He was there. He was there.
Yeah, he was there.
He was the 13th invited guest at the table. So that's bad luck. And then...
Was it a bad luck thing then, or did he create it into a bad luck? Maybe he was pissed that he got the 13th invite or whatever. And he
just wanted the silver.
No. And then in Norse mythology, it relates to Loki, which is the chaos god. He's the god of chaos and death.
Okay.
So, when you think about that, it's kind of like, I don't think he's bad luck. I just think he's karma. He brings people what they need to be brought. But it could be bad luck if you deserve the bad luck from him.
Okay.
And he was also the 13th guest at the Feast of Gods, the Norse Feast of Gods. So that's interesting.
You don't want to be the 13th guest is what we're learning right now.
Yeah. If I'm ever on your guest list and you make me the 13th, I'm going to curse you in some way.
Yeah. Who's number 13 on our Bourbon Palooza list? We'll have to look that up. I'll look that up real quick while you keep telling us about it. And then we'll report it here.
Who's the ABV Syndicate 13?
Oh, yeah. See?
Unfortunately, it was Danny. And
Oh, no.
Danny's number 13, unfortunately. So, and he has that in perpetuity, as they say. We don't give that number out anymore. It's just open as a tribute to Danny at this point. So.
Nice.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
Rightly as it should be. And then to add to the Christianness of it, there was a mass arrest of the Knights Templar on Friday, October 13th, 1307, which kind of, that was like a solid date that said Friday the 13th is bad luck because the Knights Templar were arrested that day.
Okay.
So it just kind of got passed down, and like just more and more got added to it over the years. And then in pop culture, obviously, like the movies came out in the
Sure.
80s, and
that cemented it as in the lexicon of pop culture.
It did.
Friday the 13th, for sure.
yes.
Yeah. I looked up our list real quick, and Melanie Robinson is our 13th guest for Bourbon.
Oh, Melanie.
So it means she's going to double cross me, apparently. So we'll see.
She might.
We'll see what happens. What were you got there, Goeken?
13 is actually my lucky number.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't really know like anything that's really happened with 13, but it's always been, good. Like Friday the 13th has always been good to me. My oldest was born on Friday the 13th.
Oh,
Okay.
And then he was baptized on Halloween. So he's
Okay.
he's my devil child.
What year was he born, Jen?
93.
Damn it! I was hoping you'd be 89 because he'd have Taylor Swift's birthday in December.
Oh, well, thank God that he doesn't.
So, yeah, 13 is lucky for you.
Yeah.
The Martin always says that 13 is one of her favorite numbers, too. So,
Yeah.
I think it's just to stand out, though, because everybody's like, I don't like 13.
Yeah.
I like 13. 13 is a lucky number. So.
I don't. It's not even really a number I think about. I'm like, it's just really another number. But I do kind of like its significance, like to other people that are like, oh, it's spooky and weird, because I like spooky stuff all year. And now we get one in June, so people are like thinking spooky thoughts and superstitions and urban legends, and I'm like, yes, get into that spirit. Talk about it with me. I like it.
If you had to have a lucky number, what would it be? Jim's apparently is 13. What would yours be, McNew?
I like 9. 9 are good. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right. Luke?
1.
1. Okay.
Yeah.
But one's the loneliest number.
That I ever did see. I'll tell you.
I because I have I'm 1961, so I got a lot of ones in my birthday. But we have some Indian friends, Punjabis, that we invited them to one of the kids' first communions many years ago, and they all brought envelopes of money, and they all were in increments. It ended in 1, like $31, $41, $51. Okay. And I asked him, I said, "What's the deal?" He goes, "Well, it's bad luck if you don't do it in a 1." So for some reason that stuck in my head. That 1 is the luckiest number.
Okay.
So I like that in other people's cultures, though, because it's like, why is this lucky? And thanks for sharing it with me. It's always interesting to find out lucky in other places.
Yeah. I don't know that I have a lucky number, but if I did, it would be 12. I mean, that's the number that this is my birthday. It was on the 12th. So like a lot of people mentioned, it ties into birthday or whatever. So 12.
Yeah.
Very cool. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Goeken this time. Goeken, what do you got there?
I have. I was anticipating another guest who bailed.
Okay.
But I have a Planters.
Okay.
The Thanksgiving breakfast of 23.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
No.
Not much there.
That's a terrible Demetrius cork.
Yeah, he's got to work on that. All right, Luke, you're next. What do you got?
I've got a Jack Daniel's 12-year-old, and it's kind of well loved, so I'm not expecting much. So I need Swyatt on the set, please.
Okay. It was audible. It's enough to take the lead. We'll see if that holds out, though, Luke. It's not a great one. Not our best cork pop ever, but we'll see what happens. McNew, you're next.
I have a Woodford Reserve double oaked, and it was picked by River City Selection.
Okay. Ooh, I think Luke's was better than that. So Luke still has the lead, but I'm still going to go. I got my Lasso Motel here, my cigarette blend. I've been working on this one. Been working on it, so let's see what we got
Tastes
here.
like smoke?
Yep, I got to light up a cigarette and to fully enjoy this. So here we go.
There's a winner.
That's going to be enough in a weak field. That's good enough. So cheers to me, gang. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be continuing on with our mailing it in for Friday the 13th. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Katie Proof, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for Friday the 13th.
Okay. Does things like this change anything for you? It sounds like McNew would be the most susceptible here. Does anybody else fall victim to superstitions and things like that? Like if there's a ladder against a wall, do you make sure you walk around it, or those type of things? Or does something like Friday the 13th not even get on your radar?
For me, the number 13 is just another number, and if it falls on Friday, that's usually my golf day, so I'm okay with it. But I do like hearing everyone else's suspicion stories, right, or whatever they may be affected by the actual Friday the 13th. I don't do anything different. I
think I'm on the same page with you, Luke. While it doesn't matter to me at all, and I don't think about it in this kind of stuff, I am fascinated by hearing about other people's things. So, I'm that way on a lot of stuff. Like I always say I'm not into Bigfoot or Mothman, but I love hearing about it. I like watching TV specials about them, stuff on YouTube. You never know what you get into. So yeah, I definitely into it on that kind of stuff. How about you, Jim?
I honestly usually never even know that it's Friday the 13th until the afternoon, maybe. I mean, I'm of the age where it's like I'm lucky to know that it's Friday. Let alone that it's Friday the 13th. I wake up on my birthday and I'm like, it's just another day. And then somebody, like midway through the day, my wife will be like, hey, happy birthday. I'm like, oh, yeah, shit, I forgot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just days.
Right. Now, how about you, McNew? How much is this stuff? Do you give credence to this sort of thing?
So some of it doesn't bother me. Like black cats. People are like, black cats are bad luck. I've had 3 in my lifetime, still have one. She walks in front of me every day, which maybe could be the status of my life as her fault.
Right.
But I don't think they're bad luck. I think when a black cat walks in front of you, they're redirecting you to keep you from bad luck. Like, turn around. Like they might be keeping you from bad luck if you pay attention. And then like Friday the 13th doesn't bother me, but I'm amused when it bothers other people. So we have some friends we're going to go to the lake with on next weekend, which is today, Friday the 13th into Sunday. And they're like, let's camp. Let's have a lake day. Let's go on the boat. And I'm like, you guys like know the movie, right? Like it's all campers get murdered on Friday the 13th.
Right.
Sleepaway camp.
Day of the year. Like, you think that's smart? And now they're like, oh shit, should we wait? I'm like, no, I'm fucking with you guys. Like, it's fine. Like,
Camp Crystal Lake. So
Crystal Lake. Yeah, Jason.
Crystal Lake is Jason. Yeah.
Down there killing everybody. Like, it's literally fine. I just thought it was funny, and then they really took me seriously.
Yeah. What about McNew crystals? Do you? Because one time I was on vacation at one of those places that's very touristy, and one of the places was a crystal place. I went in there, and I tell you what, it's fascinating to hear someone who's really into the crystals and telling you about, what. Oh, there it is.
Is that a charcuterie board?
That's your crystals.
Are those olives?
What's the really big one there in the middle? What's that? It looks like Stonehenge. Yeah. What is that one?
And it's sparkly and pretty.
Oh, that's my birthday.
Yeah. So amethyst is actually really good luck. It's supposed to cleanse. Like if you had like a bad day of like talking with people or like a really shitty meeting, like just hold some amethyst. It's gonna like get all that gross energy out. You're gonna feel better. Like it's a cleansing one.
Okay. Cleansing amethyst.
I gotta add something to crystals too, because for me it doesn't mean anything to me, but there's other people who are really good friends, and out of the blue something with somebody with some crystals entered into their lives, and something happened to them, and it was positive, and it was, now you can say it was just coincidental,
so it's happenstance, but
yeah. And so I'm not gonna downplay it. I'm gonna say, man, if it works for you and it's thumbs up, man. So yeah, crystals, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yeah. How about you, Goeken?
Yeah, no. I don't understand crystals. I don't understand energy. I don't understand
your chakras.
Yeah. Energy. Have you ever been in a room with somebody and be like, I don't like that person. They've never done anything bad to you, but you're like, I don't like that person. And then a year later, they do something shitty to somebody, and you're like, I knew it. Like, that's energy.
Well, that's just because I'm a good judge of character.
No, well, you can call it. It's all the same.
It's all the same, huh?
Okay.
I'm very in tune with my surroundings.
So you're intuitive. It's all the same.
Right.
I don't need crystals to do that.
No, but they can.
Crystals in my head.
Would you ever consider crystals if someone was like, hey, whatever is going on? You're like, I'm unsure about this retirement thing. It's a little scary taking that step off. And then someone's like, oh, this crystal will help guide you. Would you just keep it just in case? Not that you believe in it, but it's like, if it's doing some good, you would not even accept the gift. If I gave you a crystal that was like, this will help you in retirement.
If you give me a gift, I'll take it. But
would you throw it away, or would you actually have it with you?
I probably would not have it with me now.
What if someone gave you a crystal and like, this one keeps you safe on the road because you're going to be road tripping a lot, and they're like, if you put this in your car, this will keep you safe. Would you put that crystal in your car?
No.
Interesting.
So that's actually funny because
is there a crystal that'll help you in the car, McNew?
Well, you know my driving history, Steve. I've run.
It's not working. Whatever
it was, it ain't working.
She's still alive. I guess she's still alive.
I've never had crystals in any other vehicle except the one I have now. And I like when I got it, like I just put a tiger's eye in there, and I things like selenite. And like I had them on like this little shelf thing that's like in the deep. But like, you know, I braked real hard and they flew off into a back seat. They're under a seat somewhere, still keeping me safe. Still haven't wrecked yet. Knock on wood, don't jinx me. But it's the only vehicle.
Okay.
And I've had it for 4 years now. So
Right.
Hit the brakes and the crystal flew off and hit her in the head.
Yeah, it just like takes my eye out.
I was watching a YouTube video today. Fascinating. I had no idea this existed. I guess Levi's, of course, were kind of started out at San Francisco company, and it started out with gold miners and stuff like that. So, and a combination of miners and railroad workers, they needed kind of a working person's clothing. So Levi's is born out of that. And but I guess there's people now whose hobbies are to go into old mines because a lot of those are in the desert, so there's not a lot of decay and things like that. Things can be preserved in a desert situation for almost an unlimited amount of time. But the big thing is they're going and searching these mines because these working mines will have pairs of jeans in there, whether it's extra or somebody discarded them or something like that. And they're worth like hundreds of thousands to, in some cases, millions of dollars.
That's original Levi's. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Why were they left? Are they full of poo?
No, well, maybe. I mean, but you're talking about over 100 years old, 150 years old now or something like that. I would pick up a pair of soiled Levi's if I thought I could sell them for a couple million. I'd be like, I don't normally do this, but yeah, it's pretty well dried, the poo. I'm gonna put it out there. I had no idea this was a thing. I just see it on YouTube. I click on it. I'm like, oh, I'm fascinated. I watched the whole video. It was like, damn, that's interesting.
That is, but like I would imagine though, like with the mines, like most of them were companies, and like the mining companies like gave you a uniform. Those are part of the uniform. So if something ripped or whatever.
Yes. They also said, and Jim asked, why are there jeans there? In many situations, you're talking about the lowest of the low workers, again, working for company stores, they would share the jeans. Initially, the jeans were overclothes. So you would wear, to the thing, you would wear like, you would come in wearing your like long johns, and then the jeans were shared with you. You were working the day shift, and then the person who was working the night shift, you leave the jeans in the locker. So they're finding these jeans in there that are worth, like I said, big money. It's very dangerous, of course. Not that and there could always be a collapse, but it's not really a matter of that. It's just a matter of most of them are just like wood stairs that are in some level of decay, or and you're down there typically by yourself, or at least maybe the smart thing would be to take at least 2 people and not go down in the same mine. You're kind of in the same area, but where hopefully one can help the other. But yeah, because your cell phone's going to be sketch, out there. So it's interesting. But yeah.
Is there anything any one of you do not do, knowing Friday the 13th is coming up? So are you just going to go along with your day? It sounds like Jim is, but what about you, Steve and Stephanie?
Yeah, I think I'll just go along with my day. I think it'll be a normal day for me. Yeah.
Friday the 13th, normal day. I don't really pay attention. A bad luck day for my family, though, is January 12th. That's the day my dad was hurt and paralyzed in a work accident. And I also have a cousin that was injured in a sledding accident when I was paralyzed that day. I don't leave the house on January 12th. Just we stay home if your last name is McNew. Just like don't leave. Wrap yourself in bubble wrap. Stay home if your last name is McNew on that day.
McNew, stay at home on the 12th.
January 12th. Stay home.
That's actually the day my brother got married.
Oh,
okay.
How's
the marriage working out?
It's good.
So far, so good.
112 of 74.
Okay.
Still going strong.
I remember in college when the Friday the 13th would pop up. I mean, we took it as a day. Okay, let's just drink as much beer as we can. And
it was a party day where going in the background, everybody's drinking too much. Like you try to scare everybody. Like it was almost like a second Halloween. It was a good time.
Right.
Well, at age 57 now, I was in the right age for the Friday the 13th movies. I had to always go see those when they came out. Anybody else? Oh,
I did.
All the guys were, Those movies were actually big back in the day.
Friday
the 13th movie. So Yep, I always had to say
Yeah,
that.
Friday. You had Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween.
Halloween,
Like
yeah.
Halloween.
the three of those. There was one out almost every year, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, those are good. Very good. McNew, what was your favorite scary movie growing up?
Ooh.
Any series? Scream, I guess? Are you more in like the Scream
Yeah,
era?
so it was definitely the Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer generation.
Oh, that's more of a
But
comedy, right? That's a
yeah,
right?
Scream's more of like kind of a parody of it.
Right.
But I also though like I probably started watching horror movies way too young just because my parents were just my parents. And I remember being like 8 watching Halloween, thought it was like the scariest thing in the world. And then you get older and you keep rewatching it and you're just like, what is the point? It's not even that scary, honestly. What is the point of this?
Yeah.
I still love slasher films. I will just kind of like, I'll watch them all the time. But what scares me more is like paranormal films. Like I'm not scared of like some big slasher guy. I'm more afraid of like, oh, there's a demon in that closet or there's a ghost in the stairway. Like that scares me more than any of the slasher films ever have.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched all of those Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street type movies. But the quote horror films that are out now, I have no desire to see any of them. I just I don't know what it is about them. They just don't. I don't know. I don't like that stuff. It's not that it scares me. It just seems. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all set up. It's set up and then jump. Cut where they try to get you. Where it's like. Yeah, they're trying to get you to scream or out loud and stuff like that. And
right. It's not actually something that makes you think.
Right.
Kind of like what you were saying, McNew. It's not like the paranormal stuff kind of makes you think about things versus just like the newer quote scary movies that are out.
Yeah.
I don't get them.
Favorite directors right now is Ari Aster because he actually makes movies that are terrifying if you think about them, like Midsummer and Hereditary. Those have been some of my favorites lately.
I haven't even heard of those.
Yeah, me neither.
Low builds, but
low build.
The thoughts behind them are absolutely insane. And then what's his name? Del Toro. I don't remember his first name.
Benicio.
Yeah. Yes. He's doing a new Frankenstein movie that comes out later this year, and the trailers have been fantastic.
It might be good. He's just weird enough where it could be good.
Yeah. His stuff is always like vampires, werewolves. What's the other one? Vampires,
drug users.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like everything he's done, so like I'm really excited to see his take on Frankenstein, and we'll see. Hopefully there's like a new wave of horror coming. The last Nosferatu was really good. I went to see that by myself in a theater.
Oh, really?
No. It was jumpy, but like the cinematography of it was really good because it was like black and white and the music was perfect. Like it actually felt like a film instead of just like let's just throw a movie together. Like it was really good. Nosferatu, if you hadn't seen it.
Okay. It seems like they could come out with a good traditional 80s-ish slasher film at this point, and it would do well. I don't know why someone doesn't try to do that. Yeah,
they should. So I was in a movie. It's pre-premiering again on June 27th and 28th at a little local Greenfield theater. It's a slasher film. It has like very like the 80s vibes to it. So if you ever wanted to see me get killed, you can watch it.
Was it you get killed?
I do.
That's the spoiler.
Are you the first one? Are you the first to get killed?
No, I don't know when my scene comes in because like he filmed it in bits, and I was only there for mine. And I was never supposed to get killed. I was just supposed to be like a background character waitress. And he's like, "Wait, do you want to get murdered?" And I was like, "Well, obviously." So he wrote that in for me.
Really? I got killed in a slasher film once, so yeah. Well.
It was fun. It was
Friday the 13th, the real story. I recorded that when I was in like 11th grade, I think. So yeah.
That was your production, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It's fantastic.
The first ones to get killed are always the first couple having sex. I mean, that's the way that
That's
they
where you're
always
gonna go.
open. Yeah, they always open up to some couple having sex and they get killed.
There's rules to horror movies. You don't have sex. The virgin doesn't get killed. Like that's how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah. Wow.
It's like in Star Trek. If you had a red uniform on and you were beaming down to the surface, you were surely not coming back.
Yeah.
That was it for you, huh?
Oh yeah.
There
I was
you
a
go.
big Star Trek guy.
There you go.
Red uniform. It's like, I don't recognize that guy. Yeah, he ain't coming back.
Fair enough. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Goeken, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me going about my daily business on Friday the 13th at Facebook at Jim Goeken and on Instagram at Jimmy Big Hands.
All right, Luke.
You can find me in Las Cruces, New Mexico. But
Track them down there. Yeah.
you can find us you can find me on LinkedIn and on Instagram at Santa Fe Boutique Wines.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see me, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. You never know what's going on there unless you check our website, which is abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Adios.
Later.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.